Well, hello friends, Mark Holmes here with
Mike Landon.
and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. It's amazing how polarizing our quarterback Dak Prescott is. Here it is, Dak's about to get paid one way or the other. Of course, Stephen Jones wants him to realize that because he is a Dallas Cowboy, that he's going to be able to get plenty of commercials, radio shows, and all that, and he should take a big discount. But regardless of that, I'm not even going to get into all that. The comments that you get about Dak Prescott and the hate and stuff and all that is amazing to me. Does it surprise you at all?
No.
Okay, so here's what I want to do. I want you to take the emotion out of the equation, because I want to do a follow-up video to this. For all of you guys that say that Dak Prescott sucks, don't just give me Dak sucks, he's not the guy. Give me the reason why you believe that Dak Prescott is not a good quarterback. I want to, don't hold back. Don't hold back. I want you to give me legitimate reasons why you say he is not the guy. Be it he has to have people around him, he's not throwing for 5,000 plus yards, or he is a dink and dunk. Give them to me. I want to hear them, okay? Because I want to go through and I want to figure it out. Because, see, I'm on one side of the equation. I believe Dak Prescott has the tools and the ability to get to a Super Bowl. You guys are on the other end of the spectrum that believe he doesn't. So I want to go ahead and hear your reasoning and rationale why it is you think the Dallas Cowboys are stupid to keep Dak Prescott, or why he doesn't deserve to be paid like other quarterbacks do. And then we can have a real discussion, because we get just so much emotion with a lot of you guys out there that just say he sucks. Okay, well, tell me why he sucks. I want to know what it is that you see that says it's not it. Because I see calm, cool, and collective when the game's on the line, having it. I definitely see a guy who can take criticism, because Lord knows he's criticized more than anybody else. I see a guy who doesn't turn over the football, which are game killers. I see a guy who can take a hit and get back up without being crippled. I see a guy who can run when necessary. I can see a guy who is a leader of men and people follow. And I've got more reasons than that, but I want to hear what it is that you say are his failings. How about you? Which side of the fence are you on? You think he's...
I'm like in the middle of the road.
You're like what?
In the middle of the road.
You're in the middle of the road?
You know how I feel, and I'm not trying to argue about that.
No, it's not an argument. It's a discussion. That's the thing.
We were arguing about yesterday, Mr. Amari Cooper.
Okay, that's true. I wish I had taped that, because he got underneath my skin. Because we keep hearing this whole thing that, because Amari Cooper came, he did real, real well, okay? So he has to have people behind him. Okay, so...
Which is
yes, it's true. But let me ask you this. We'll take Matty Ice. We'll take him for an example. Let's say we take Julio Jones off the team. Let's take Julio off the team.
Julio didn't
Hold on. No, but he had more yards than anybody. But hold on.
He wasn't...
Respect your elder.
He only had one touchdown when that was when the game against us.
Just hear me out now. Let's take Julio Jones off of Atlanta and input Allen Hurns. Let's take Mohamed Sanu off and enter Cole Beasley. Let's take Calvin Ridley off and insert Michael Gallup the first half of the season. Do you think Matty Ice would have thrown for over 4,000 yards with that group of characters?
Yeah,
or would he have still thrown the same amount of yards because he was throwing and catching it as well?
Even if we had Calvin Ridley without, what's his name? Allen really would be nothing without what's his name.
Okay, no, hold on. See, this is one of those. See, I love the debate. I'm telling you, if you take Mohamed Sanu and replace him for Terrence Newman, the invasion of the body catcher, okay?
That guy was garbage.
Thank you. Yes, you just made my point for me. That's right. He was throwing to garbage.
I didn't say he was.
Matty Ice wasn't. Okay, hold on.
I said he was garbage.
Okay, hold on.
And he was hurt most of the season.
I'm telling you about that kind of. Thank you again.
That doesn't count. He was hurt.
So I'm trying to think who played for him. Noah Brown? No, Noah didn't really get on. But you're seeing my point here. The different. Okay, all right.
Who's that guy who talked trash who they brought back for one game?
Oh, Brice Butler. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's take Pittsburgh. Hold on. Wait. Let's take Pittsburgh. Let's get rid of Antonio Brown and put in Allen Hurns. Let's take Juju out, okay, and put Brice Butler in. You think that Big Ben would have thrown for 5,200 yards with those guys?
They weren't doing much last year.
But he led the league in yardage passing, 5,200 yards.
We're that good though.
Thank you. You're making my point for me.
If you don't go to the Super Bowl, then I don't care.
Oh my God. Okay, but we're getting closer to it.
Tom Brady had garbage numbers compared to Dak Prescott. Still won the Super Bowl.
Well, no. Tom Brady had numbers a little bit better.
He wasn't throwing 500 yards. He wasn't throwing 500 yards.
Right. You know why? Because they had a balance. He had not great players. He had a lot of good ones. And they were a balanced attack. Because, see, that's the thing that's funny. That everybody looks and says, oh, well, Tom Brady's. But what's lost in here is a running game. Because I'll give you another example. Carson Wentz's rookie year, they didn't have a good running game. And he looked like some shit. The year they won the Super Bowl, they were, I believe, second in the NFL in running the football. Okay? Last year,
it was good.
Wait. Last year, they didn't have the running game like they did the year before, and they went backwards. It's clear that it's more than just having the quarterback throwing for a boatload of yards. Look at the leading passers last year. Big Ben, over 5,000 yards at home. Matty Ice was over 4,000 some yards at home. Aaron frickin' Rodgers throwing for over 4,000 yards at home. All of them at home. And here's what's crazy. Drew Brees had like 4 years that he threw for over 5,000 yards. And you say, shit, that's what we want. No, it's not. They were 7 and 9s. 7 and 9s. And one other thing also, too, I will point out as well. If you're a winning team, if you're a team that's winning games, you will pass the ball less because you're going to run the ball to run out the clock. If your team sucks and you're always trying to catch the other team, guess what? You're making a lot of yardage in garbage time because you're behind by 21 points. So we need to try and hurry up the score. And teams are giving you prevent defenses. They're giving you short shit up under the middle. Right? So if you are, say, the Detroit Lions and you're constantly losing, you're not going to run the football. You're going to pass the football more because we need to try and hurry up the score. So that's one of those things that the numbers can be skewed. But seriously, I want to do this as a debate. I'm not trying to do hate. You know, a lot of people just don't like Dak Prescott for whatever reason. But take your heart out of it and just use your head. Give me the absolute things that you see that Dak Prescott sucks on and says he will never do better with it. Okay? That he's not the guy. Is that fair enough? Have a discussion on it? Just give me your reasons why. That's all I want to know. Because, you know, I have people that are sending me messages and stuff that, and like talking to Miss Jackie last night, it's just like, it's just straight up hate for the quarterback. Even though he's got second most victories in the NFL over the last 3 years. Second most to Tom Brady. Even though, you know, rookie quarterbacks in the playoffs usually don't win. Second time in the playoffs, he got one. He's got half as many playoff wins as Tony Romo had. So give me those reasons. And by the way, he's got better numbers right now than Russell Wilson did at this time, or Aaron Rodgers, or Tony Romo. So I look forward to having this debate. And maybe even the person who makes the best argument why Dak sucks, if you'd like to, we'll go ahead and get you Skyping in, and we'll have a debate on Dak Prescott. Actually, that sounds like fun. Okay? So, give it your best shot. I'm Mark Holmes with, and as always, we can't quit our day jobs. We'll see you soon.